Hey everyone, Andy here from NoiseGate, and welcome to our mini-series of drum mic tips and tricks. We're going to break down some techniques in which you can use for recording at home, in the studio, and for live miking as well. Big thanks to Steve for the intro that we did there, just a little funky number. So let's get stuck into it and break this stuff down. In this video, we're going to be focusing on kick drum miking techniques. At the moment, we've got our D112 or D112 Mark II in front of the kick drum. This position is just inside the kick drum port. So it's a sort of a nice blend if you don't have the luxury of using two mics, for example. So you're getting a nice amount of the sub sort of just being outside, that sort of low end of the kick drum itself. But you're still getting a little bit of the attack off of the batter head, just being just a little bit inside that hole there. So that's it's a nice sort of compromise. Allows you to be a bit more flexible with EQ as well, so you can boost a little low end, boost a little sort of upper mids to get that definition coming through, and probably scoop out a little bit of that lower mid range that muddies up the kick a little bit. So this is what it sounds like on its own in this position. So the next technique we're going to look at for kick drum is outside placement. So as you can see, we've got the D112 Mark II on the outside, away from the kick port now. So what that's going to achieve is a lot more bottom end, less definition and click of the kick drum. So some people may really like this just on its own with a lot more sort of sub-frequency information. Others may like to blend it with another microphone on the inside, so you get a bit of definition of the click and the lower frequency. So this is what it sounds like on its own. So here's what you could expect to hear when you've got your kick drum mic placed outside of the kick port. And this is a great position and technique to be used if you don't have a hole cut out in your front kick drum head. So you could expect to hear a little bit more low end, perhaps a little bit more bleed from the outside of the kit, the rest of the kit, and yeah, less definition on the click as well. Okay, so the next kick drum mic technique is inside the kick drum. So as you can see, we've got a D112 Mark II right inside the kick drum now, sort of aiming up towards the beater. So you're still going to get a little bit of that sort of low end frequency information, especially with this sort of microphone. But what you can expect to hear is a little bit more click definition as well. You can also apply a bit of EQ to this if you wish to bring out a little bit more of that definition. So this is what it sounds like on its own. So this is what it sounds like in a groove context when it's inside the kick drum. What you can expect to hear in this example is a little bit more click definition from the kick as opposed to as much of the bottom end. For those players who don't have a kick drum hole cut into their front head, that's no worries. John Bonham was pretty well known for that technique as well. So easiest way is just to have that kick drum mic just right at the front, maybe 6 inches away from the front of the head. And depending what you sort of want, if you want it maybe a little bit more low end, you can have it towards the bottom rim. If you want to get a little bit more bleed of the kit, you can maybe have it towards the top of the rim. Happy medium, smack bang in the middle. terms of signal chain for these series of videos, we're keeping things pretty simple. We're running all our AKG mics into the Soundcraft Signature 22, taking up a total of 7 tracks, a little bit of EQ applied, and we're just running stereo straight out of there into the Tascam DR70D to capture our stereo mix. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Keep up to date by subscribing below. We've got some more videos coming in this mini-series, so if you like what you see, come and check out the next ones. See you next time.